Everybody, I'm Live's Nick Baumgartner here with Matt Wenzel after Michigan's 59-3 win over Maryland. Matt, a business-like whooping today, if ever there were one. I think the takeaway for me at the end was, Jim Harbaugh had said, we want the guys to celebrate these wins, but less and less as we move on here. Kind of act like you've been here before, and we got more serious stuff to do.
I mean, they certainly act like they've been here before this week. I mean, 5 drives in the first half, 5 touchdowns. It's 35-0 at halftime. The game's over. Wilton Speed. He was great today. Best game of the season.
Yeah, 363 yards, is that right it was? 360 something. A career high for Wilton Speight. Sets a Michigan record with 292 in the first half. I thought he was about as perfect as possible. It's each week now. It's the last 3 weeks we've said, that was Wilton Speight's best game. That was Wilton Speight's best game. That was Wilton Speight's best game. We did that with Jake Rudock last year in November, and it's starting to feel like, I know you weren't here last year, but it's starting to feel like the same kind of progression if you look back at what Jake did. And Wilton has been sort of ahead of where Jake was at all points this season.
Yeah, I mean, I thought early in the season, and a lot of people said, and I would say the same. Some games Speight looked like, that was like the one question mark.
Right.
Like, I don't know about that, but I mean, today he was practically flawless. He was definitely as good as we've seen him this season. He's got help around him, but he was excellent today. Interesting
team. They're 9-0, and yet they know that they're excited about what they've done so far. But at the same time, Speight said it today. If we're 9-1 after next week, then this is all for nothing. So interesting, and you. I mean, I assume you get the same sense. Interested team. They're excited, but at the same time, they're very like, let's get in here, do what we got to do, get out of here, and keep going here. This isn't anybody that celebrates anything for 2, 3, 4, 5 days.
No, and Jake Butt brought up today. Said, you guys are probably all getting sick of hearing us say this is a championship game every game, and maybe so, but they have really had that mentality this year. They don't ever seem too high, too low. Like you mentioned earlier, Harbaugh saying celebrating the victories less and less each week. A couple of the guys, Khalid Hill and I think Chase Winovich brought it up too, mentioned the Harbaugh team that he was quarterbacking for Michigan that went into Iowa back in 80, whatever, and they lost, and that blew their season. And he said he brought it up, I think he said today. So, I mean, plenty of motivation there, and Harbaugh can certainly draw on plenty of his experiences to keep them week to week.
Well, Michigan wins its championship week against Maryland, so whatever trophy they get from that one, they'll get it. 59-3, Michigan's 9-0. I'll be back in Iowa City next week. Matt will be at home with the live blog. And until then, thanks for watching.